Sathya Sai Speaks, Volume 12, Chapter 40. Vaster than the vastest. Brahmavid Brahmaiva Bhavati. He who knows the vastest becomes the vastest. So says the rishis, sages. Brahman is the word used for what they indicate as the vastest, which words cannot reach, nor the imagination conceive. There is a Brahma, the first of the Trinity, with 4 heads, the Creator, from whom we have to distinguish this vast immanent principle. This Brahman is described not as one of 3, but as the one without a second. The Vedic statement, Sarvam Brahmamayam, all is Brahman, is the key to the understanding to the universal eternal principle. The Brahman need not be sought at some far distant spot on the Himalayas or in the depths of space. Some cosmonauts, when they landed on the moon, reported that God does not exist because they did not spot him anywhere in their spatial journey. As if he lives and moves in space and accosts all who dare flit through his corridors. Brahman is the reality of the seeker, the cosmonaut, the person who asserts its existence, as well as of the person who doubts or denies. To say that the divine is a fiction of someone's fancy is to be false to one's own genuine truth. The divine is what integrates and unites all this diversity into one single essence. Brahman is the activity in every atom and cell. We can easily become aware of it if we observe the prescribed course of sadhana, spiritual discipline, and have the elementary faith to impart sincerity for that sadhana. One must sharpen the intellect and widen the imagination to be able to conceive of Brahman, which is subtler than the subtlest, vaster than the vastest. Brahman is the very urge behind all aspiration and all achievement, even the aspiration to know Brahman. It is the activity in every atom and cell, as well as in every star and galaxy. Brahman also means sound, voice, word, mantra, sacred formula, and through the sound Om, as well as through various other mantras, it is possible for man to develop the superfine intellect necessary to grasp the immanent and transcendent principle called Brahman. Brahman means Brih, or big, the biggest, the vastest. It is described as bigger than the biggest, vaster than the vastest. The universe is the body of Brahman that emerged from it when the desire to become many arose in it. The universe rose when Brahman uttered the first word, and so the Vak, word, is also called Brahman. The word is also called Pada, and all created things are referred to in Sanskrit as Padartha, the meaning of the spoken word. For when the word was uttered, the thing was created or became manifest. The word produced its meaning, namely the thing. The infinite, eternal Brahman can be cognized as having 3 attributes for the convenience of awareness. They are Sat, Chit, and Ananda. The minutest particle in the universe has these three characteristics, and the vastest too. Man too is the embodiment of Sat Chit Ananda, being, awareness, bliss absolute. But since he is too attached to the body and its impulses, he is unable to dive deep into his reality and benefit from the springs of Chit and Ananda that are there. See all as parts of the same whole. The attraction that the vast Brahman has for the Anu, the smallest, is the attraction of the whole for the part. It is the basis of all love, the love of the mother, of the father and son, of the friend, the spouse, and even of the devotee towards God. The Jiva, individualized being, loves the Brahman or the totality of which it is a part. See all as parts of the same whole to which you belong. Then there can be no hatred or envy or greed or pride. Saraswati, the consort, the potent power of Brahman, is celebrated as the goddess of Vak, word, or the urge to express, to manifest. Her vehicle is, according to the Vedas, the Hamsa, celestial swan, the pure bird that is endowed with the rare power of discriminating between water and milk, even when they are mixed and receiving only the milk. That is to say, separating the valid from the invalid, the lasting from the fragile, the true from the untrue. Moreover, Hamsa is a symbol of Soham, the seed mantra that is uttered by human breathing. Soham, Soham. So means he, and Ham means I. He is I. I and he are the same from birth to death, meaning that the Jiva is Brahman, no more and no less. There is certainly differences in quantity, but there is no difference in quality between the two. A drop of sea water is as brackish as any other. You need not taste the entire sea to know that. The Jiva is Sat Chit Ananda. The Brahman is also Sat Chit Ananda. That is the reason the Jiva is asked to announce itself as Aham Brahmasmi, I am Brahman. It is true as the drop of sea water saying, I am the sea. Yogis, spiritually advanced persons, can cognize this easily. That is why one yogi sang, Go, mind, rush to where the Ganga and Yamuna are. This does not mean that the sadhaka, spiritual aspirant, should go on a pilgrimage to Prayag, Allahabad, where the two rivers meet. Ganga and Yamuna are the Ida and Pingala, the two nerve channels through which the Kundalini, soul power, is uplifted. And Prayag is the Bhru Madhyasthan, the spot on the brow where they meet between the eyes. When the yogi is able to concentrate on that spot, the Kundalini, often symbolized as the serpent power, becomes awakened, and he can become aware of the sea and transcend the name form of the drop. This is the meaning of the call. Brindavan, Summer Camp, 1974. Man has to recognize the preciousness of time. Not even a fraction of a second should be wasted. He must be engaged always in the investigation of his own truth and his own duty to himself. Life is dripping away, drop by drop, from the leaking pot. Time hangs over every head, like a sharp sword ready to inflict the mortal slash. But man pays no attention to this ever-present calamity. Sri Sathya Sai Baba.